I have no recollection about what the plan was. Is there any point in keeping these troops here? At the very least we could buy the green dragons. Right, because it disallows me to add 3 to the active army without losing the... Actually, let's test this. Do we fail the garrison? Right. Do we want to fail it? Because looking at the current objectives, the mission will end immediately if I free Telenar and Nero, and I might not want that. So we can use the garrison thing as a backup. Allows us to decide when to end this at a moment's notice. Either way, I don't particularly see a reason why I should stay here. I have no idea why the water started to bug out now. Hasn't been the same once it started. Nothing seems to alter that. Doesn't bother me too much. I'm more or less concerned about is that the end of it, or is it gonna get worse? Is it are we gonna get some new kind of graphical glitches as things progress? That's my biggest worry. If it stays just with this, I'm fine. Right. Some new spells. We probably came here for a reason, though. That reason would be experience. A couple level ups for that hero would go a long way in making sure I'm at least a little bit comfortable with the force handling things there. Okay, now I'm starting to remember what that plan was, more or less. Main hero pushes things forward as much as he can. He has no real other reason. Always ready to jump back to the defense of the city. At the same time, we'll trade another hero to a respectable force and a decent level, so he can hold things here on his own. I don't need to worry about the western edge of the map at all with the main hero. Can't use magic here. I believe we'll run AM. All a matter of how much the troops can kill. I think we're better off casting a spell, right? We'll have to attack, do something with the troops we currently have. We have 4 stacks of units that can act before they act. But I think I know what I must do. The Elder Tree Hands can handle that group. Everyone else just needs to focus on the other one. blindness to the rescue. That guarantees success. Fairly easy fight, decent amount of experience. Extra morale can buy 4th level spells. Weaker balance. Moral and luck negated during battles. Not great, not terrible. It will still be a negative to my army. These are slower things, or familiars, or whatever. And I might even be able to cast a spell. Single one. I'll take haste. And master hunters. Ants have to do a initial attack on some groups. There's a high probability we'll get a blinding effect with these. How large is that probability though? When this creature attacks the enemy, there is a chance that it will blind it in addition to inflicting regular damage. Yeah. So it's a chance. All friendly units located on tiles adjacent to it gain magic resistance increased by 30%. And I don't think we should risk the blinding effect now. We'll probably have to try to reduce casualties. They're not gonna kill a single tree ant. And all we have to worry about is this group. They also can't really attack anyone else, so we're safe on that front too. We have to attack now. It's risky to wait at this point. Good fight. Probably get a level up out of this. Expert magic doesn't really do much for us at the moment, but we can get a 5th level spell there. Better take it. increases the speed of all units by +1. That's a huge deal. How many? A horde. Now the main problem with the paladins is that they will be able to reach us immediately at the start of the fight. So, they might not fit in here though. Right, they can... If I block this, they can't. This also hinders their movement a little bit. I do have the ability to resurrect, so I'm not too worried about casualties. I think the terrain slows them down enough. But they were very fast, faster than my units. I don't think we're gonna take casualties from this. They're not gonna kill a dragon, and I can root these guys with the Elder Treants. Ancient Treants. The damage just isn't enough. And they'll never get a chance to really do enough damage at this point. We probably want the boots. Not as a standard item, but currently our biggest issue really is the movement and ability to come back to the city to defend it. For example, if I continue to go a little bit further, I'm not sure I can come back to defend it with the Homm portal anymore. I'd still like to open a path for another hero to move through this, at least. But there are risks. Should I switch gear? I think we'll take the defensive stance. Will we? The undead army is terribly slow. And we have extra mobility. I think 3 stacks will likely attack before they get to do much. 4. Don't think we can avoid casualties entirely, but at the same time not sure if that's much of a problem. Okay, we can choose which stack to attack, or rather, from which stack do we take the retaliation from. Well, the most damage we attack zombies. I don't really care about the zombies, they're too slow. If I go here, I also can't really attack the dragons with the unicorn. I need to take out the vampire simply because they are gonna resurrect themselves by the attack. A lot of job for resurrection here. Better start at it right now. Right, we can guarantee the death of the specters or whatever. I don't think we should. The zombies are a bigger problem at the moment. I want to keep resurrecting as long as I can. So hold your fire. Get away from the zombie. Biggest problem is if it has enough ability to actually attack someone. Spectres are a slight problem, so we should definitely kill those. The zombie isn't gonna reach anything immediately. Oh shit, forgot about him. God damn son of a bitch. Not sure if we should settle for this. If I continue to go forward, it's going to become very troublesome to try to get to that city anymore. So I think I'll play it safe for now. Strictly speaking, we don't need money. I need experience much more than I need money. We could kill a lot of our troops in this fight. The thing is, we would get some treasure out of it. The problem with the pit fiends is the spell casting. I can't really tie them down and they can attack the support line. And I don't have that many of them. At the same time, if I go after hellhounds, it's very hard to tie them down too. I thought it might be worth it. Well, if the main hero is coming back, he has the luxury of looting those. I need to push forward and see what's here. to be a location where new heroes pop up, for example. I don't really want to lose these either. We'll have to buy the hero out the moment the fight happens. Hopefully we have the luxury of doing that. Also splitting some of the stacks just so they're harder to take out. Resurrection. And he has expert light magic. So we can start resurrecting too. Tree ants can tie that. Or not. We don't have the luxury of waiting. Just go for it. Hope for the best. Best it is happening. The casualties aren't big at this point. I don't want to block the tree ants to reaching that. Okay, they're not moving anywhere, and they don't have the attack power to kill ancient tree ants. Starting to like the ancient tree ants more and more. Really, they're very useful in situations where the enemy can't directly reach you. Very, very useful. Magic resistance boots. This guy has a lot of potential magic resistance abilities. Defensive gear. The Minotaur, unicorns and anyone surrounding them is fairly well protected. So if he just more or less gets he already has this damage dealt decreased. This is reduce magic resistance 10%. So we can protect our units fairly well with magic. There's only a horde of these. I'll take vitality. What's your level? 15. Maybe we should fight as much as possible to try to push this guy to 22. Just to get the town portal for another hero. Purple player appears, so it was a good idea not to push too far with the main hero. I would very much like to find one of the prisons. So if the... No, I was thinking if the main hero gets past this point he would still teleport back, but it's pretty much this is always gonna be the closest town. You really need someone else to do this job. Literally not really, but someone who is capable of doing the job well. Right, this isn't exactly a massive army, but it's also not an irrelevant army either. You wouldn't happen to have fought with pit lords before, no. Well, we have summoned creature, that's something. Teleportation, resurrection. If we're gonna go with this route, we do have to get full mana. And then go after this. It's a reasonable amount of experience, especially added with these. +2 to my luck, thank you very much. I'm not sure what they had there, but they don't have it anymore. Fairly unimpressed with their force this time. On a positive note, they're bombarding the same target, so we can just use Resurrection on a single target to recover from those. I think we lost a few troops, but nothing too serious. making resurrection a little bit troublesome here. We'll focus on the better units again with the resurrection. This makes more sense. Fingers crossed we get a hit. We did not. Probably get a chance to resurrect the dragons again. Shit, no we don't. The turrets will kill those. Shit. If not, there's still the ballista. Let's see what the enemy will do. Enemy hero mainly here. We need to prevent. Ah shit. I don't think we can do much anymore. The zombie can attack units here. Or can it? Might not quite have the reach. I don't think the ballista has the capability of killing him. Might get close, I don't think he can kill it. Resurrected dragon. Don't have the capability of replacing it. Getting more blade dancers is an easy job. Well, we're certainly not gonna wait for extra troops though. At least we're getting a little bit of a better idea of what's needed here. And what's where. Still, if you could get a... well, you're not gonna get 5 level ups from this fight, no matter how you look at it. Is it worth fighting then? Well, we could certainly use... especially leadership and luck. But with blade dancers and war dancers. Could use some middle hero. Switch troops up a little bit. A lot of the troops that we use to defend that site are not actually really needed to defend the site. The 3 ants, for example, never get to do anything, so it would be much better to just pick them on an army that actually goes forward and does things. I'm also sort of assuming that these whirlpools just go back and forth, but there's water here, so there's technically a possibility that the whirlpools could have provided a quick access there. Right, I don't see much point in doing this sort of scouting anymore, because no matter what, we will have to send a proper army there. So it makes more sense to focus on actually building up the army at this point. We have the troops together, there's no time limit really for us. We can also give this group some of the better gear. The defensive army is not gonna need most of that shit. We have to reposition a little bit. I don't want them to shoot at these, for example. At the same time, I'm not sure if I have much of a choice. Every place is gonna have some sort of an inconvenient thing to take to target. I'm gonna rely on moral and luck here to see us through. And I slow him down or haste my own guys. Haste might be the most sensible thing to do. Yeah, I don't think it makes much of a difference at the first turn. At least we can mitigate the damage. That's about the best we can do. I don't know if I want to use these. My hero gets a bonus to them, so wasting them on this just to diminish the damage of a fireball doesn't make much sense to me. Alternatively, we could just sit here, sort of bait it to attack these guys. I'm more worried about his retaliation than the fireball. Okay. Attack was weaker than anticipated. Also, I can't resurrect them, so... Not sure how many I should be able to resurrect. Right. Nice. Right, we'll likely get to level 16. I think I'll take magic resistance. Oftentimes the major headache is really the lack of or the ability of the enemy to throw something at you and screw over you. Right, this guy's purpose is not to do anything except provide troops for the other hero that might go out and do things. Goal is to break away from this cycle where we can't really go anywhere. We could summon the creatures from the city ourselves, but it's gonna be very, very magic intensive to do that, and I can't really afford that at the moment. Right, what really the defensive army needs is a lot of range units and maybe some quick attack. That is it though. I want the spells here, just in case there's something new. Right. Ability isn't that important. It certainly helps. I'm sort of thinking of buffing up the magic resistance as much as possible. This army seems to benefit greatly from it. Right, I'll still... I want to keep the all unit speed +1. It's not that important for a defensive troop. Thing is, none of these are. Right, dragons is probably the biggest thing that we could contribute here. Also all of those. And those. Not sure about how much range it is I want to donate to this. A little bit extra certainly isn't gonna hurt, but we do need a significant amount of troops as defensive force. Right. A major shift in what we're doing. I'm not too worried about the amount of troops we donated because we can fairly easily still leave this city and get close enough to the other one to buy troops from there every week. So if the enemy doesn't appear pretty much right now, we can get 2 weeks worth of troops added to this. And the city has some natural defenders already. It might not make the fights trivial anymore, but I don't really see how I could still lose them. The guy has a massive amount of spellcasting potential. And resurrection is part of that, so it's very hard for the enemy to try to get a victory out of it. I can keep it going with just defensive towers for a huge amount of turns. Naturally, if they have some kind of super army coming at some point, that's a different matter. I'm sort of gambling at this moment that they don't. We need to stay close to this city for the end of the week. Buy as many troops as we can, move and then teleport the other one. Well, that's the plan at least. That should give us enough troops to hold our own. And naturally we'll continue to actively increase the strength of the defensive force. These troops don't really have all that much other things to do. there's a bot there. The offensive army, I think, has priority over certain type of troops. Again, they're not really useful in the defensive missions or purposes. Emerald dragons. Can't buy all troops. That's a good sign, very good sign. We only need the key armies, so we more or less have another substantial force here immediately. So no worries, they're not getting through. I'll still keep them here instead of giving them the offensive army for now. I don't know what the purple has in store. And unless the offensive army really has a need for an even larger army, I think it's sort of reckless to sabotage your defensive army. Something new or difficult pops up, I need to be able to survive it. There's no getting around that. You have to be able to do it. Otherwise it's game over. Probably explored. No. I'm honestly shocked. Why wouldn't this be explored? There were heroes running back and forth here for a long time. Everyone is getting a moral bonus too, so 3 moral, 4 luck. More money. Hard to complain about that, but it's not particularly useful to me either. Army sizes here are vastly inferior to what they were in the western side of the map. A test. I'm gonna go into the whirlpools with the shitty hero, see if they go somewhere unexpected. It was a big mistake to just assume where they go in the first place. Expert leadership. Week's about to change. If we just find a new army, anything new? It's an okay force, I guess. Nothing too special about it, though. Oh shit. Attribute increases. Also first of the prison towers. Till the mission... Oh, attribute increases. The mission should not end until we have a sufficient defense force here and release both the prisoners, so I'm not particularly worried about not getting the attribute boost. And there might be a slight need for extra money too. Interesting. Yeah, he has no chance in hell at taking the city. I'm inclined to start taking the money. The experience is nice, but buying extra troops is better. Well, we do have extra resources that can't be really put into upgrading structures anymore. I'm a bit worried that he's not starting his suicide run toward the city anymore. More or less it might signify a change in their behavior. Also, we need to be a little bit careful where we purchase the troop. Can't afford to buy them everywhere. Right, what we're really missing is crystal. If I get a little bit of extra crystal, I can definitely get dragon production in the other city too. Right, this is more or less what we expected. Very pleased that my initial thoughts were the correct ones. But it was still a stupid thing to assume that they were. Could have easily just tested it quickly. A throng of liches. We don't really gain much from doing this, but I suppose we get the experience. And we did a stupid thing. We should have switched the boots to something that provides the speed bonus. Now we can prevent them from shooting. Still, we have the ability to resurrect things. Ooh, and a lucky shot. That'll save a lot of lives. I'm gonna try to end this as quickly as possible. Minor casualties don't matter, we do have the ability to buy troops from the nearest city. Master of Blessings, Divine Strength, Cleansing Spells. Yeah, that's good. Mass Cleansing, I don't think we have Divine Strength. think I'll keep taking experience until we reach level 20. Can also buy troops from this city, which would mean try to patch the biggest losses. That's probably the most reasonable thing to do. Right, I think the purple is more or less standard operation procedure, is to sit here if there's a defensive army and a hero sitting in this city already. If it's empty, it'll try to rush it as quickly as possible. So now that I'm not constantly leaving it and just teleporting back, we can't really get these guys to join up. Now that we're not leaving it... Oh, are you gonna join too? No. We're sort of stuck in a... Oh, for fuck's sakes, I did the wrong thing again. I need to operate... I need to switch the boots now or permanently. God damn it. Right, I can't really tie them up with anything but the mobility boots. Let's not resurrect yet. Let's see what the other druid does. Probably cast a spell. Yeah. Right, we got some losses, but nothing too big. It's harder to get dragons all the way up here, so I'll resurrect the dragon. Precious crystals. A few more and I can probably get the dragon building in the secondary city too. Another pair of boots. 343 specters want to join. Go. Let's lead them. Lots of angels defending. And dragons. 10 crystal and we can upgrade them too. Not sure what the mobility on angels is. They're not much. Not to worry about them. They also don't have ranged attacks or offensive magic, so we should be fairly secure against them. Why did he move so little? no chance of reaching us on the next turn. Right, the other one came close enough that we can annihilate her. I still don't get what the hell she's thinking. Our units are also fast enough that I can just attack and remove myself before they have a chance to do anything. Pull back. If he comes closer, the range units will do much more damage. If he stays out, he's gonna lose anyway. So I don't get the thinking. He had two shitty choices, but at least coming forward and attacking would have caused me casualties, and I didn't. Now he just sort of gave up and did nothing. Guarantees that useful combat abilities of creatures in hero army will trigger more often. This would mainly apply to the unicorn. Ooh, we have Homm portal level reached. Gotta go back and get it. I don't know why I would. So 28 Ranger. Holy shit. Technically I suppose this is better than the first one. Okay. Blade Dancer, War Dancer, Hunter, or Master Hunter, Druid, Druid Elder get Enraged ability. Units in Heroes Army always have luck rolls on attack. Provided by Flaming Arrows, Dead Man's Curse, stand your ground. So all your attacks are lucky attacks, is that it? Because that is a bullshit level ability. Also, his stats are great. I don't think he has... yeah, his spell options are shit. But stick an army in this one and definitely can hold its own in a defensive situation. He leveling even further. Right, his level cap was 24. His is not. Not sure what I should do with the guy. He's probably better a hero than the one I'm currently using. I mean, this guy isn't bad by any means, but holy shit, luck at every attack with a massive army. Level 28 hero. However, the spells are, I think, more useful to me. But I don't feel like switching up. $200 silver unicorns. sufficient amount, I'd say. Still, we might be lucky enough and blind. I sort of doubt it though, because they have magic resistances, substantial amounts of them too. This is gonna suck, isn't it? Someone's going to have to take the hit. Ancient tree ants, they'll probably survive it without too much fuss too. Once they've sort of taken the hit, others can join in. I'm not sure if that's a great idea. Still, lost. We can pile on top of it with quite a few troops. And if we're lucky, his turn is gonna be moved further back. I think it's worth a try. Even if he does, it'll get a ton of damage on him. I think these guys have the chance to do it. The warding arrows. They work. Still, I think we're more or less going to not get casualties out of this. We have two powerful stacks that can still attack it, and there's no retaliation, so... Elven luck. Luck bonus to damage is increased by 25%. Sounds nice. I'm not sure what the hell am I gonna do with all these heroes. I don't particularly have a use for them. I mean, I want to throw them away either. I guess I will just sit here and do nothing. The plot critical heroes, I more or less just want them out of the area, so there's no risk of losing them. No telling if we're gonna lose the game because of it or not. Horde of tree ants, don't care. Tree ants are one of the slowest units available. We should have plenty of time to weaken them. good, very good. But I don't think we're gonna be in much trouble with these guys. Mass haste will guarantee that we get enough attacks so we can kill them before they get to do a goddamn thing at this point. Oh fuck, I attacked my own group. Ah, classic. Yeah, that's not something I can recover from. That was a massive blunder. Yeah, there's... when he attacks something... no. Aren't you blind? No, because I attacked, right? Well, fuck it. Not much I can do about it at this point. That was a classic. Classic screw up. It happens quite often if you really sort of play with the camera, and sometimes the units sort of have a color that fits fairly well with the highlight of what's gonna get damaged. So if you're sort of playing on autopilot, you might miss that. Is there a way to... There's not a good way to recharge your mana. You don't have a huge amount of it. Actually, we do. Right, we'll at the very least replace the lost unicorns. Actually, what do we need for this? Crystals. We can get the crystals easily now. I'll just trade for them. We have plenty of spare resources. Right, we can buy some of the bigger units to as replacements. Now I can see the enemy, right. Not that they have been doing anything in months, I guess. Right, I'd rather have 0 mana and some more troops than less troops and some mana. The thing is, I can't really do all that much with the road there. Resurrection and the haste. They're not terrible by any means, but I also can get the mana to do them, pretty much just waiting a single turn. So, better get the troops now. I wonder why the blue hasn't really caused more of a fuss. I haven't harassed it in a long time, and he's been quiet all this time. No trouble at all. There should be access underground somewhere too. really care how many enemies they have in these stacks. It doesn't matter, just let us. Right, more or less we need to keep buying the range units and maybe the dragons, and that'll be it. We'll make it impossible for them to do anything at that point. Right, I'm beginning to think as long as you have your main heroes just sitting there with some sort of an army, the purple isn't gonna do a shit. He's just producing new heroes every few weeks. There is some danger in that though. Now we're starting to need more money. I guess I can start looting money from the treasure chests. I don't. We need so much experience that the amount we get from the treasure chest is pitiful. Not gonna aid us too much. Right, I still can't believe that light blue hasn't looted these sites long ago. Clearly explored the areas and removed all the treasure in the world map that has been just waiting there. So why not just clear the sites too? There's no danger to his forces. He had a massive army the last time I saw him. That was months ago. Well, the extra crystal is welcome. You have to have at least one hero sitting there collecting troops, if nothing else. I have no idea what the hell he is thinking. Probably need to spread the units out a little bit. It's an okay force, substantial force. Hero is okay too. Nothing special, he just doesn't have enough knowledge with him. But there's no way I can lose this. Not sure why they cast this spell on these guys. Forgetfulness. Because they still have actual casting ability. If you would have done it on the other group, they would have been able to do nothing. But we're definitely going to take serious casualties here, but I don't see that as much of a problem. We're still gonna be left with a substantial army, and we more or less have a... Why am I attacking this? This makes things more complicated for me only. I can't summon reinforcements anymore after this. So I'm losing that ability, but I'm not sure what the hell am I getting in exchange. The enemy that wasn't doing anything is doing even less. Yay! Okay, they can shave off maybe 10% of my troops, more or less. Maybe 20. And then they're all gonna die. Right. I'd like my druids to be able to do something. Resurrection will help, but not that much. He really has no substantial force remaining anymore. So this fight is over for all practical reasons. Plus these vampires might sort of stick it out a little bit. But, they're mostly just worthless. Right, what I think I'll do is try to resurrect the dragons. We lost quite a few of them already. And I can't do all that much, so that's probably the best thing we can do with the resurrection. I don't want to keep delaying the end of this. Right, so light blue is laid out the fight. We still have a substantial army here, so the fact that we can't summon easily reinforcements is not that big of a deal. And all the spells could be very nice too. This is fully upgraded. So Yeah, we just can't really use the spells. But we do get the town portal, which isn't worth all that much. He hasn't taken any of the resources. Did he run out of resources then? That's why he hasn't been doing anything. He basically lost the heroes before it was really convenient for him. So he's been sitting there in that city just doing nothing and buying extra troops. Yeah, he didn't own the gold mine either. Didn't own shit. Wonder did I just get lucky on that front? Not sure I want the money. I suppose we should take it. I can't buy the troops I own at the moment, so that's usually a big problem. I don't think it's in this case, but it's not exactly a bad habit to play like you sort of have a solid grasp on your resource use instead of getting into bad habits and just ignoring those just because it's convenient at times. Well, with this we should be able to buy the armies we need wherever we need them. We should have enough troops with this army that I don't have to go back and get some more. If I got the edge here, I'm not sure if the undead city is the closest one. It probably is though. Also, I'm sort of curious how many purple heroes can be piled up there then. There should be a third one coming in soon. That might be the last attack they have, some sort of a pile-up of multiple heroes on it. That's not actually a too bad of an idea. Because usually you spend a significant amount of resources to handle these things. It naturally won't make a difference here. I don't really spend anything because the enemy attacks are too weak fundamentally. But the idea isn't bad. Just isn't gonna work. We could have sort of a backup hero, just in case they throw something serious at me. Basically ferry in additional troops to the city we need to defend. On the other hand, it's not exactly guaranteed that these are sort of safe cities by any stretch of the imagination either. If there are roads that could signal that an enemy could appear there too. I think the likelihood of that is low because the purple already does this. But I can't say it won't happen. I'm sort of ignoring troops here. I want to see the mission critical things. Yeah, there are attribute increasing sites and shit. We're gonna have to switch up. I'm going to take the main hero to go get those attribute things. Use this as a guardian hero more or less. I need more money. Don't think I need wood for anything. Or stone. Or mercury really. do we need sulfur? No, we might need crystal and gems. Gems, right. Right, so with these extra troops in tow, we'll go and take control of the city we need to defend. We'll leave with probably almost no. I'll wait for the week to change it. There are points of waiting. Honestly, I don't think so. The hero that leaves here does not really need a huge army to be able to collect some attribute bonuses. It just saves time when I don't have to wrap up everything before he gets to go out and do his thing. We're not really interested in treasure, we need to locate everything, every point of interest. Way to wrap up the mission. We do need to clear the path so the attribute collecting armies doesn't have to really fight anything. Free gold, might as well take it. I'm gonna need it. Right, at this point I don't think there's anything particularly interesting going to happen. It's time-consuming exploration, more or less. I'm gonna accept every goddamn surrender enemies offer. Going to take as much money as we can get. Right. They're not gonna be coming through here. I bought the necromancer. Quickly speaking, we don't need it. But I certainly don't want to give the enemy an opportunity to get it back either. Only cost a few thousand to secure that. What do we need? Where's the first attribute bonus site? I think landing here is the first step. Should have given him some gear. Also, do you have gear? It doesn't matter that much. He has by far the largest army. He can't lose gear or not. With this, we are securing enough funds so he can buy the troops he's producing. So there should be no major issues. Turn should go by fairly fast. 15 archangels, no. Want them. Gonna take the diplomacy, no. Yes, no, yeah, whatever. Level cap for you two. And that would be the wrap up for the mission, basically. Okay, there was right. Spell power 1 is probably closest by. Okay, at least we can end this anytime we want, so we're more or less just running after the attributes anymore.
Two valiant heroes, blooded and fierce in battle, command in my stead.
Yep. We probably when we now get the garrison, the attack stop entirely. Probably. Well, 28. Wasp Swarm spell is more effective depending on hero level. Expert Earth, Expert Light, Expert Enlightenment, but you probably should get to casting. So go up top, go to a city, try to get some spells. Okay, what skill is that? God damn it. So I guess this is more or less the entire area. Basic luck. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Everyone with a luck skill. Be getting a secondary skill out of that. As long as they have room, which means you don't have room. Right. I think the main hero I'm using does have room for that. As luck has no secondary abilities there. Right. So he'll definitely get something new out of it. I think I'll focus on cleaning the area out of monsters. Just so we can move around in peace. Only thing we need to really keep an eye out is the purple, and I don't think he's gonna be doing much. Looks like attribute points wise we're looking at maybe 4 points in total. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's potentially 3 points in attack, which I think we should take. It's our weakest attribute, and a lot of our attacks, sort of, or tactics we use, rely on us being able to attack the enemy with them having almost no chance to retaliate. So attack would help there quite a bit. Right, that's it. Do you have summoning? Right, so if she can get some solids, oh for fuck's sakes, why are you going there? Would you benefit from luck? Definitely no. There's not much for you to do. Someone does have to go and destroy the enemy, the heroes there, I think. Also, since she is here, she might as well take the attribute boost. I don't think she's going to need it, meaning we don't particularly play with these heroes ever again. But at the same time, I don't know. It's a fairly harmless thing to do, though, since we are already here anyway. We sort of assume that these guys are going to, or rather the skills and spells we take for these are going to be relevant later. The only important thing is to get the mage to get spells. Wait, we might as well visit here too. Not a big thing, and I'm not 100% sure we have all these spells. Might be missing some sort of a basic low-level boost spell. Purple's still not doing anything. Ah, right. Probably put an end to things in a week. Depending how many spells do we want for her. I'd like the basics like Tom, Portal and things like that. I think that more or less suffices. Arcane armor, summon elementals, earthquake, and then a couple of the shittier spells. Haste would be nice. Resurrection would really be nice. So the secondary city has all the interesting stuff. Reflect missiles, while not terrible by any means, is not that often used. Also, I can just use the Homm portal to get to where I really need to be. Right. At the very least, I can kill these guys. Not sure if there's much point to it until we've established the defenses here. But what we're doing now is pulling enough distance so I can teleport to that city. That should give us the spells we need. Resurrection, haste. Resurrection is the more important one. We don't really have the secondary abilities, which give you the mass effects. I think there was a luck skill that we can boost a little bit too. Not sure what we're gonna get. Since we already have the base skill though, I don't think it's a negative thing no matter what comes out of this. Soldier's luck, yeah, it's fine. What's the other condition?
At last I depart for lost and fog-shrouded isles. Chiru awaits me.
Right. Really have to deal with the purple in any way, just need to endure it. The archipelago. Now that an army led by Finden's apprentices stand guard over Sirisala, nothing prevents him from traveling to the Dragon Mist Islands to meet Tieru. There he will learn the truth of Alaran's worries of a menace endangering the whole world. Rubbish. Okay. I'm leaning toward druids. Mainly because spell casting is somewhat times more useful than physical attacks, and they're basic units, so they're much more likely to be able to be stacked with the troops you gather up.
More than Tieru's home lies hidden in these waters, say ancient legends. Ancient artifacts are said to be buried here, and the elves need them.
I wonder if we've been here before. I wonder if the map is the same as the first time we were here. Right, pitiful forces for exchange. Travel is increased a little bit. I think we're in a sort of okay-ish position, but we're still lacking several important things. Also, looks like this is more of an adventure map than it's a army and city building map, which is very welcome at this point, but we'll see. The map is massive. And it has multiple levels. Oh shit. The underground level is much smaller though than the above ground. And we start by going underground. Right. Well, we'll see. What exactly are you going to do? Find Tieru and survive. Collect ancient artifacts. I think there's a good chance that the artifacts you collect are going to transport into future things. So I feel like this should be a high priority thing.